All right, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors and the praises and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabashai, Bahasham, Wahavakar Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahabashai, in who I reverence and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. And I want to say Tawadi Yahweh, Tawadi Yahweh Yahushai, Tawadi Yahweh, Tawadi Yahweh Yahushai. It's going to be a quick one, right? Most of these people are in darkness, right? The God of this world has blinded their eyes, right? I was watching a little clip yesterday of They Live that I would say watch it, interesting movie. And guess what? Some say, oh, predictive programming. Okay, but is it based on the truth? Can you for this? Yes, it is, right? And it was actually They Live. It was actually a documentary, that They Live movie. That was actually a documentary. Okay, based off a documentary. Okay, and They Live is basically a man that puts on these glasses, which the old wrestler by Roddy, what's his name, Roddy Piper, and every time he puts on these particular shades, he's able to see the spiritual realm and the demons within these people and the spiritual realm. So this actually applies. We can put all this through the scriptures, okay? And a lot of the stuff we see, it can be, it is a battle because you can't tell the ordinary person. You can't just go to anyone and say, you know what? I see spirits in people. I see them skeletons. Every time we would put on them shades, you would see them skeletons, who they truly were underneath. Remember, because we're all spirits living in the body. So it's all spiritual. And that's what he was able to see. So when we see these things, you're not able to speak to anybody about these things because it is spiritual. And you may be the only one that sees it. If you tell anybody else, they'll say, nah, bro, you're mad. You need to see a doctor, mate. You're mad. So it is a blessing, right? That you're able to see these things that other people don't see. Even in this where I am right now, you see people walking out in the field. A lot of these people got spirits on them. You're able to see them, right? And the demons are in them. They also notify. They can see you, right? Everything is spiritual. So we're going to start off on Corinthians 4, right? And 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So this gospel that we teach, that we speak, is hid to a lot of these people. It's hidden. Not everybody can see it, right? Not everybody can see it. Something that's hidden is precious, is valuable, right? It is hid to them that are lost, right? So if they're lost, they don't have Yahweh Shai, right? Verse 4, in whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. So yeah, the power of this world, which is Satan, and his whole thing is to blind the minds of most of the people out here. How does he blind them? Entertainment, bread and circus, propaganda, BBC, right? Sky News, Fox News, right? New Age, false philosophies. That's how he's able to blind the minds of the people, and by religion, right? Most people that are in religion, guess what? They actually think they have the truth. They think they have the truth. They think their religion, whether it's Buddhism, Sikhism, they think that's the truth. They don't have the truth. So he's blinded their minds. They're lost. In whom the power of this world have blinded the minds. So another word for that blind is put a veil. So there's a veil over the minds of those that Yahushua does not want to get this. Right? Yeah, the majority of people you walk past, the majority of people you come into contact with, there's a veil over their minds. Which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. The light would be this word. Lest it should shine unto them. And pre-adventure, we hope that some of our people do come out of that darkness and come into this marvelous light. Right? It was the image that should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, okay, but Mashiach Yahushua, Lord and ourselves your servants for Yahushua Mashiach, for the Most High who commanded the light to shine out of darkness. Who commanded the light to shine out of darkness? So when Yahushua calls you into the truth, now you've been what? You're shining that light out of darkness. So guess what? You're going to stand out. You're going to stand out. Commanded the light to shine out of that darkness, right? And it can be seen, right? In the sea, it's very dark. You got the sea, you got a lighthouse. Why is that lighthouse there? To direct that ship, to let you know you're also next to what? A shore, a city. That's why you have what? Lighthouses, right? So we are like that spiritual, lighthouses, right? To the world. Have shine in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the power in the face of Yahushua Mashiach, right? But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, right? In this flesh, right? Right, the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, are not of us. It's all of Yahushua, okay? But the rest of these people, yes, they're blinded, right? Because the Lord has blinded them, right? And it doesn't mean we boast of that, because we were once blind, right? So there's a level of humility. But it's up to Yahushua who he opens up to this truth. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. Now, you know, before we go to that, Baba Kasha, let's go to Isaiah. Everything is spiritual. So what you see going on in the physical, it starts first in the spiritual. Everything. And that should comfort you. This is Isaiah 60. It says arise and shine. Arise and shine now. Right? So you're arising, you're upon your feet. Right? You're steady. Shine. Shine what? This light. For the light is come. That light is Yahushua. Right? And the glory of the Lord Yahushua is risen upon thee. His glory is upon you. Right? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Right? And darkness is, this is a dark, dark, dark world. It's so dark. And that's why we want to remain in the scriptures. We want to remain in Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. We want to remain in his name. Right? And be obedient. For darkness shall cover the earth. And darkness has covered the earth. Right? When you think of darkness, what do you think of? You think of night, yeah, you think of nighttime in a physical sense. And you think of ignorance, you think of blindness, you think of obscurity, everything that's evil. Right? Darkness. Darkness has covered the earth, so evil has covered this earth. And it's got to the point where people are delighting in evil. Right? In 2023, now you have people delighting in evil. Right? That's the in thing to the world. Because that's what energy, that's what's being pushed out. The rulers of this world, that's what they push out. And darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Okay? So even the people are in gross darkness as well. Okay? Yeah, even the people are in gross darkness. Gross means mass darkness. And you get that word mass from what? Death. Right? So even the people, yeah, they're in somewhat gross darkness. Okay? And gross darkness the people. So it's covered them. Why? Because they're not equipped. And the only way you can equip yourself, right, is through this words. Right? But the Lord shall arise upon thee, right? And his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right? So Yahush's glory is being seen, right, upon us, right? His marvelous glory is being seen upon us, right? Because that's what we got to do. Continue to spread this glory, this marvelous glory. Okay? So what else is there? What else is there? Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. So we went to that. Babakasha, continue to spread this glory, man. Now let's go to Matthew's. Okay. Matthew's 5 and 14. And yeah, these are bread and butter scriptures. So what? We go back to the basics, and this truth is very, very repetitive as well. Okay. Matthew's 5 and 14. Yeah, the light of the world. Ooh. This is Yahushua speaking. Okay. Hold on. You mean you're a light of the world? It's a very large world. Of the world, not of a city, not just of a city, not just of a town. It says you're the light of the world, right? You are that light. Why? Because you have the spirit of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. You have his words, and the word is a light unto us, right? So you can't really, what's the word? You can't really hide. Everybody sees you, right? You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid, right? So you're that city that is also set upon that hill. And how are you going to hide a city that's on a hill? It's on. First of all, even if that city was not on a hill, it can still be seen. But a city on a hill, bro, you're forced to see it, especially at night time. You see all them lights, everything. So you are like under that city up on a hill, right? A city that is set up on a hill cannot be hid, so you can't hide. And even when you're in a secret location, they still see your light. You have a particular light. You have an aura about you. Some are attracted to it some are attracted to it in a good way. Some are attracted to it. Some are repulsed by it, but they still come around, right? Because light attracts. Okay. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. So this candle is this word, all right? But on the candlestick and give a light unto all that are in the house. So what do we got to do? Light this candle, which is the truth. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Right? And good always outdoes what the evil. So you continue to let your light shine. Continue to show your good works, regardless of what people may think, what they may say. Okay? Because the world is in darkness. We're not trying to be accepted by demons. Okay? So let's go on to the next Babakasha. Psalms 80, I think it's 82. This is Psalms 82. They know not, right? Because it hasn't been given them for them to know. Neither will they understand, even though we want them to understand. It has to be Yahushua that gives you the understanding, right? They walk on in darkness. Some of the times when we teach, you just have people that walk straight past. You could be shouting by the top of your voice, and they will just walk straight past, right? They walk on in darkness, what, in the ignorance, right? All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Why? Because the wicked are in rulership. When the wicked beareth all, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Because you got the wicked ruling, so the people are mourning. The earth is out of course. A course is a natural, you know when you have a race, a running, what do you have? A course, a racing course, a track. So there's a particular way things are supposed to be done. There's a life cycle, right? But Esau changes that completely around. Even with the chemtrails in the air. As I'm doing this video, Esau's spraying chemtrails in the air. Spraying piece of metal in your air, in the air, right? Okay? That's why the earth is out of course, but Yahushua is going to make everything right. Even the birds, a lot of these birds I see, right? Even they're getting fed up. Even with the noise campaigns, you think the birds like that? They don't like that. All the noise, they like peace, serenity. And that's why I'm teaching a lot of the birds come close, right? Because they can even feel the peace here, right? So the earth is out of course, and it is in darkness. Why? Because the rulers of this world are in darkness. Let's go into Ephesians. Babakasha. This is Ephesians. Babakasha, Babakasha, Babakasha. Right? It's Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh Abishai and the power of his might. We can never go into this particular chapter enough, because this is an everyday chapter that can be applied. Finally, my brother, be strong. Yahweh Shai wants us to be strong in him, regardless of everything that's going on around us. In the Lord Yahweh Shai, not in your own might and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So the wiles is the tricks, right, that the devil uses. And there's so much wiles. So there's so much different wiles. It's like these spirits jump in. These spirits jump in and out of people. It's like that. It's like that movie. What's it? The Fallen. Right? That's another good movie describing how the spirits jump in and out of people. Right? It says, Baba Kasha, that you may be able to stand. So we want to be able to stand. We want to be able to be courageous and bold against the wiles of the devil. The wiles is the tricks. Right? What people are doing. Right? Because them spirits are what? Using what? Weak vessels. And more so, they use vessels that don't believe. You know, someone that's an atheist or doesn't really believe it, that's a Satanist, or that's angry. Have you ever noticed that someone could be angry, and as soon as that person's angry, now that devil has jumped in that individual to use him or to slam that door, right? Slam, let me slam the car door. Well, because that individual may not believe, or he's in that angry spirit anyway, the devil uses vessels. This is all spiritual. What we got is all spiritual, right? But it just plays out in the physical. So what you see in the physical is what's happening in the heavens. So by me saying this will give you a broader understanding of how to deal with things, how to deal with anguish, how to deal with trouble, right? It's all spiritual, right? And what does the word devil mean? Devil in the the Greek or the Latin is diablos, right? Devil, deceiver, calumniator, one who acts on the part or sides with the devil, right? Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. This is a spiritual battle, right? But against principalities. That's what we're up against. So, again, what was said? What was Paul saying? Now, this ain't a thing of flesh and blood, my man. Right? This is a thing of principalities. Principalities are the highest level of spirits. Right? And the highest level of spirits, guess what? The Jezebel spirit, out of all the higher ranking spirits, guess what the highest spirit is? The Jezebel spirit. And the Jezebel spirit is associated with narcissism. What do narcissists crave for? Control, dominance. They lie. They're very deceitful. So you're able to, if you're a spiritual man, you're able to see what spirit is trying to hinder you. It's a Jezebel spirit. So what do you got to do with that Jezebel spirit? You got to what? Pray over it. You got to command, right? The reason Ahab got pulled down because he was too busy listening to Jezebel instead of taking authority. And yes, you have that authority by Yahweh Shai, right? So you have men, a load of men that have Jezebel spirits upon them, right? Dominance, control, and to destroy. John 10 and 10. The devil cometh not but to seek to destroy, kill, destroy, and seek to kill, destroy. And still, it's all spiritual. And against powers. Because who's ruling today? East or Edom, the banking elites, right? So our war is also against them. And they have a whole lot of power. They have the money, they have the resources, right? That's why you may live in a particular neighborhood and you start seeing things, a lot of things around you start changing. Well, that's them powers. They have the money, they have endless resources, right? And they hire the military to go here, to go there, to do operations. So we're also against powers. We got a battle on our hands. And guess what? I don't have the military. Me per se, alright, you may have Jake that may have a little gun or pistol in London, because yeah, you still have individuals, you still have gangs in London that have armory and so forth. But in terms of a military, we don't have a military like that. Do we have an army? Yeah, we have a spiritual army, right? And it tells that in Revelations, what, 11 or 10, right? I saw a great army So we have an army, but it's supposed to be a spiritual army. We don't promote guns or armor or bombs, or we don't promote nothing like that, right? Because really, if this man, look, the technology that he has, he could easily do away with you. With the technology this man has, like for real, right? He has, like, man, he could do away with your whole city by certain things he has, right? That's not what type of technology he has, right? He has technology where he can make you disintegrate. He has these weaponries. So this is a spiritual battle that you got to take it. You got to take this battle to the Lord Yahweh Shai. You got to take this battle to the Lord Yahweh Shai. We cannot win it no other way, right? And it says, and against spiritual and the rulers of darkness. So there's those that rule over darkness. That's why what? When we went to Isaiah 60, it talked about, and gross darkness has covered the people. No wonder why. Because the leaders of the society, they use the media and they conjure up spirits in certain areas. Have you ever noticed when you go to certain areas, excuse me, when you go to certain areas have more of a demonic vibration than others. Why? Because that's what's being pushed out, right? That's what's being pushed out, right? And that's another thing as well with 5G. That's how they push out what? Wicked vibrations. And there's somebody on the other end of that 5G. They can turn it up. Remember, it's fields. It deals with fields. They can turn it up. They can turn it low. It deals with waves, right? So these are what? Scripture says the devil is the prince of the air. So, yeah, the devil also deals with sound waves, air waves, radio waves. Bro, this is a spiritual battle. It's spiritual, right? Electromagnetic waves. The devil deals with that because he's the prince of the air. Right? So what are we going to do? We got to take it and we got to pray to Yahweh Shai. Right? And these same energies are pushed out into the world. So you can't really get too mad when you see people walking around like hypnotized, like under a spell. Hypnotized. Why? Because they're under that demonic trance. That's that darkness, right? In them high places. Darkness of this world, and this is what we're speaking against. And against spiritual wickedness in high places. So yeah, that spiritual wickedness is also in very high places. Very high places. Right? Even upon this earth. Right? The rulers of this world, they have they have a Luciferian agenda that they follow. We know that word Lucifer, it just means light bearer. But they use it for evil. Remember, Esau turns everything upside down. He turns everything that's right, he turns it left. Everything that's left, he turns right. So they have an agenda, right? And their agenda is to get everybody what? Under the grid, everybody controlled. That's their agenda, right? To get everybody chipped. That is their agenda, right? And it's a wicked agenda, but that's what they want. And those that are not with the agenda, that's the ones they want to get rid of. It's simple as that. And that's another part of your targeting, okay? And it says, let's go to verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High. So we got to put on this spiritual armor, right? Not physical armor, spiritual armor. That you may be able to withstand. So we want to be able to withstand everything that's happening in the evil day. And having done all to stand, that evil day means bad times, right? And we are approaching bad times, right? So we want to do everything we can do to withstand. And the only way you can do that is by this word. That's the only way. Verse 14, stand therefore having your loins girt. Your loins, right? And your loins is talking about your mind. Remember, it's a physical representation, but really it's spiritual. Having your loins girt. So when you're speaking about loins, what's the loins speaking about? Your mind. Having your mind girt. Having your mind equipped with this word, right? About with truth. So we need to gird ourselves, loins ourselves with this truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, right? And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel, right? So we prepare ourselves with this gospel of peace, which is the word, which is what? The gospel. And it's so important to go into the gospel because the gospel is good news. The gospel gives us hope. Right? Verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith. Key thing. Shield of faith. Right? So what's going to shield us? What's faith? Faith is what's going to shield us. Right? So we need to shield ourselves. We need that shield in battle. You need the shield. You got to put it up. Right? That shield of faith. Wherever you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Scriptures all. So guess what? We got darts being fired at us on an everyday basis. On an everyday basis, we have darts that are being fired every single day. And you may say, no, well, nah, it's all right. Bro, it's every single day. Because Satan doesn't take no breaks. He doesn't take no rest. I just want to rest. Satan is an angel as well. Right? And this whole new age thing, or Satan is a fallen angel. That's some rubbish. And when it's talking about fallen angel, that's referring to us. We fell from a higher state. It mentions that in Jude, I think Jude 1st chapter, right? That we fell from our higher state, right? That was the fallen angels, falling from a higher state. Because we were sons of God, and through sin, that's how we fell from a higher state. All these fallen angels upon earth, Satan. And does Satan have ministers? Yes. But they're not the fallen angels, right? They're just men and women that are just doing Satan's bidding. They're not the fallen angels. The fallen angels were actually Israelites. All right, I've got news for you. The fallen angels were Israelites, right? Israelites, right? That fell from a higher state due to sin. I'm going all over the place, but I hope you're still being edified. All right? Ephesians 6 and... Where was I? Them fiery darts here, they're being shot. And what are them fiery darts? And it says of the wicked. So who's sending them darts? Right? Who is sending them darts? The wicked. So when we talk about fiery darts, it's everything that can happen bad to you during the day, spiritually. But it plays out in the physical. You're doing a lesson, right? It don't really bother me. When you first come into the truth, it's like, why are you doing that? You're doing a lesson. As soon as you do the lesson, a dog starts barking. That's a fiery dart of the wicked. You have to be able to see what's actually going on. You have to be able to see what's going on within the spirit. The spiritual meaning of stuff. Right? Oh, no, that ain't a coincidence. As soon as you do a lesson, dogs start barking. Or an aeroplane goes past, a helicopter. Right? Or people start walking past. That's part of them wiles. Start thinking more spiritual, right? And if you feel like you're not in the spirit, fast. And I'm speaking for myself as well, right? And it says, Baba Kashar. Hold on just a minute. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor, that you may be able to quench under the fiery darts of the wicked. Fiery. So them darts are being shot, right? 1 minute, your woman may be fine, then the next minute she flips on you. The next minute this is spiritual. It's spiritual. It's all spiritual. And that's them darts. That's them darts, man. Where you may be able to quench. So if you're quenching, what are you doing? You're putting it out. You're quenching something. You're putting it out. You quench a fire. You're putting that fire out. So you have to quench it by faith and by strong prayer. Because you've got a lot of things. As I'm speaking right now, you got these occultists, you got these Freemasons and these occultists walking past with their hands behind their back. To me, bro, that doesn't mean anything. Alright? It just means you're a witch and you're a occultist and your house is going to put you to death. Okay, unless you repent. Right? But that has no effect on the elect anyway. Because if it did, you wouldn't need to do it continually. Right? It's all about power. And those of this society, they want power and they want conformity. Right? This is what they want. I'm going to say that again. It's about power. It's about conformity. They want that full conformity. Right? That's what they're seeking. Okay? And it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers and the rulers of darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness. Right? We went to that, so I'm backtracking. And take the helmet of salvation. So you need to put on the helmet. Right? In what you also have a helmet. And the sword of the spirit, which is this word. Right? Because you never know, a lot of the times, you don't know every single thing. You don't know every single thing that's happening to you behind closed doors. You don't know everything that someone's doing to you. You don't know. Right? That's why it's so important to put on the armor. Right? There could be a sniper. You could have came to camp. There could be a sniper on a rooftop. Right? You're at camp, right? There's a sniper on a rooftop. Right? But he doesn't snipe you. That got all types of things. How do you know when you're traveling? There hasn't been. You don't know when you're traveling. There could be a plot for you, and that plot got what? That plot got removed from the angels. You have to pray, because you never know what people are doing to you fully. Right? And it says, and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Go to Hebrews, Baba Kashar. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, because you got demons secretly watching our videos. No, you have those that are sincere, but most people that watch, they're demons. They have wicked intent. Right? For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, straight to the point, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the divider asunder of soul and spirit, and the drakes of the marrow, and is discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So this searches people's inner intents, and it cuts the heart, the mind. Right? If you're not right. You're supposed to get cut, but a wise man's going to get cut to what? Repentance. Right? And it's the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. It searches out people's intent. Here it is, you're doing a video. You're not even thinking about this guy. It could be someone in the world, someone you may have chilled with in the world. You're not even thinking about them. And they're watching your video. Well, what's he talking about? Who's he talking about? Is he talking about me? No, it's just the word. It cut you. You were doing something that was against the words which was spoken of, and you got cut. This is what the word does. That's why it says it's a search and the intents to the intent of the heart. It searches men's intent. I'm not up all night thinking, oh, who's against me? The word will search that out. The word will reveal it. Right? Who's doing what? No, the word will reveal that. Okay? So this is all spiritual. And the sword of the spirit is the words. That's why they wanted to grab up Yahweh Shai, because the word was cutting them. Okay? Is there anything else? And I want to quickly go to Romans. We shot from Romans 12. This is Romans 12. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercy of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. What we're doing is reasonable in the sight of Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. Right? And be not conformed to this world, because this was really what the premise of the lesson. Don't be conformed. But a part of this agenda is to have you fully conformed. That's their agenda. Right? That's why you have everybody, most people, wearing the same colours with this colour coding crap. Why? Because they're conformed. Right? That's why you have people following you, because they're conformed. And this is also being done by AI and a virtual reality, which is known as the metaverse. It's all a part of that conformity. Right? And the people they send, I want to say this, the military, because the military are involved, the police are involved as well. Right? Those that send the people to stalk you, they're being watched as well. So I want to say this, don't just think it's you. It's not just you. They're being watched as well. Because the thing is, the difference between them and you is that you're not really reporting back to anyone. You're free in Yahweh Shai. They have to report back. Right? They have to report back. Right? So that shows you they're completely under that mind control. Because if they weren't, then guess what? You would just... If you want to wear black jeans today, you wear black jeans. If you want to wear a beige top, you wear a beige top, because that's what you've decided to put on. So if someone's telling you, oh, put on this dress code, follow him there, that means you're being watched. If you have to report, you're being watched. You're conformed. Now, you may ask me, well, you don't... No, even me, there's a certain level of conformity. right? Example, if you want to click onto YouTube or whatever, there's a certain level of conformity, right? You don't just go into a store and take something out of the store and leave the store and not pay for it. That's a level of conformity. But I'm talking about the conformity where you're just giving all your rights away for a form of so-called security. These people are deceived. They're deceived. It shows you how lost people are. They don't question nothing. Oh, we're doing it for your own good. Community policing. We're doing it for your own good. No, you're doing it because you're a bot. You don't question things. You just gave away your rights, right? And if you don't follow them orders now, you're in trouble. Romans 12 and 2, and they're mad at you. Now they're following you. They're mad at you because you're not doing what they're doing. You ain't got a battery pack in your back. Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed. And I want to say this as well. Yeah, even certain men that claim to be in the truth, even they're doing that rubbish as well. They have to wear the red, the blue, and all that rubbish because they're a part of the world, right? And be not conformed to this world, right? Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So our mind is supposed to be what? Transformed, right? Changed. But you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect, the word of the Most High. That's what we're going to continue to do. So with this, I hope this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. And keep on pushing, keep on striving for perfection. Shalom.